Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Early Evenings with Scorpions and Pal. I am, of course, your host, the one, the only, DP Scorpion, Damon Pill, the closest thing to divinity honor, or any other moniker you want to call me by. And welcome all my ghouls, goblins, and ghosties, and as always, if you don't know which one you are, you're a ghoul. With me, as was last time, is my lovely sister, Bubba Lugagoo, or as she likes to be known,
Hell.
like I said, Bubba Lugaloo. Now, today we're going to be, doing something a little less horrific than last time. In fact, we've even changed the name of our show where we're doing like horror movies, and who knows, we might do some other genres, because horror movies are not the only ones that pull their ideas out of a hat. Can you agree with that?
Yes, I certainly can.
But we have a lot that we can discuss via that. But this is an actual episode of Early Evening with Scorpion Pals. We will have another episode coming at you next week of Early Evening with Scorpion and Pals. And on that one, we will be discussing. I don't know, it's some show she's been watching up. Would you like to catch us in on what next week we're going to be talking about?
Murderbot, the new Apple TV show.
You heard her. Popplebot.
Murderbot.
I don't see a difference. But that's what we'll be discussing next week, so if you're interested in that, make sure to tune in next week. For this week, though, we're going to be looking at some pictures of, well, ourselves from the many years of our aging. Because if you can't tell, we're older than dirt now. I do believe some of us are middle-aged.
Some of us are not.
But, yeah, our mom was huge on taking pictures at every opportunity she could. And we're actually going to enjoy looking back at some of these and seeing exactly what we remember about these pictures and how they came to be. For all of you watching at home, obviously, you won't be able to see the computer screen we're looking at it on, but you'll be able to see the picture on the green screen behind us, which this won't be green once we actually get into it. Or I don't know, it might not be green right now. I never know. I do a lot of weird things in editing, so don't fault me for that. Fault her.
Do not. I have nothing to do with that part.
Yes, she does.
Yeah.
Okay, so first up, we have a picture of me holding a stick? Is it appropriate to call that a stick?
I'm not sure. Gandalf the Green.
Okay, so I don't know exactly where this would be here for you, but I'm imagining I'd probably be like somewhere here, considering the size difference. I'm 5'6", low side, mind you, but I will always claim that 5'6". Don't care. That thing looks, what, at least 3 times my height?
I'd say it's probably about 15, 16 feet tall.
How did that even lift that thing up? Where did I even find that thing? Okay, I know I have a horrible memory, but do you know what the hell was going on there?
Yeah, we were walking in the woods and all of a sudden you found a tree and said, oh yeah, let me go stand beside it and be Gandalf the Green.
Okay, so I think Mom had said, like, find a walking stick for snakes or something, and I wanted to be sarcastic, so this was my idea of a walking stick.
What snakes? An anaconda? Were you expecting an anaconda in the Indiana jungles?
Well, no, I wasn't expecting an anaconda, but see, your stick was probably what, like 4 foot tall? That means you have to be within 4 feet of that snake. You see mine? I can whack that snake from a state over.
I've been a lot closer to some snakes.
Now we're not talking about your exes here. But yeah, I can whack a snake from a town over, a state over, hell, maybe even a country over with that thing. Now, for all of you out there, if you ever need to find a snake whapping stick, I just feel like stick's not appropriate.
What else would it be? A snake tree?
I don't know. Branch? I feel like branch might be more appropriate.
I mean, it's a huge branch.
Well, it would be a humongous stick. So if you're saying it's too big to be a branch, how the hell does it qualify as a stick? Snake Whomping Bat? Can we agree on Snake Whomping Bat?
Yeah, snake whomping bat sounds about right.
Okay, so, for all of you out there who like to walk in the woods, if you need a snake whomping bat, I think I found the perfect style. So, any other comments about this photo before we go?
I mean, grab a few vampires and you might have a Twilight baseball scene on your hands.
Well, I mean, I'd like to think with how pathetic the Twilight vampires are, if I got them all to stand in a line, I could probably stake a good 20 of them with that thing.
Leave Jasper alone.
I have no clue what the hell a Jasper is. Sounds like a bad lunch.
The blonde one with the broody face.
With the Rudy face?
The broody face.
Oh, Broody. They said Rudy. I'm about to say, isn't that like a football movie or something?
Yeah, it has one of the hobbits in it.
Has a hobbit?
Yeah. Sean Astin. Samwise.
I don't know who either of those are. Which one's Samwise?
The one that goes up the big volcanic thing with Frodo.
Oh, the one that, was stupid as hell and should have just threw Frodo and the ring in. Instead of being like, I can't carry the ring, but I can carry you. Like, hell no. While Frodo's there on death's door, like, sleeping, I can just carry the ring up, man. It'll take me 10 minutes to throw it in and be back. Otherwise, I'm taking 3 hours to carry his sorry butt up the mountain.
I mean, what are friends for?
Friends are to knock you out, take the ring, and throw it in the volcano that you're unwilling to do. Friends don't let friends become Smeagol's, okay?
That's one way to look at it.
We will be going to the next photo, which this one I believe is of you. Now, I gotta say, you look a little, scared, constipated. I don't really know what's going on there. I'm gonna need some insight in this. Please shed some light for us.
Well, it appears as though I was using it as a swing of some sort and looking quite uncomfortable as doing such.
Are you scared of swings?
Not of swings, of trees that look pretty rickety and might fall down at any moment, yes.
Okay. As we found this picture, I know I saw a picture of both of us on this little vine? Branch vine?
I think vine is a good word.
I saw both of us on it, so it can clearly support the weight. Why are you like...
I don't know, maybe I was imagining skydiving. That's just as scary, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure your feet are touching the ground.
My feet are not on the ground. I see them up just a little bit.
Your foot is on that ground.
No, it is not.
Look, I'm even looking at you with your feet on the ground going, don't hurt me. Please, Mr. Tree. You watched The Evil Dead before we did that, didn't you? How many times do I have to tell you, The Evil Dead's not real? Bruce Campbell's not going to bust down the door and shoot you with a shotgun. And if he did, I'd like to think life insurance would cover that.
Well, I mean, hopefully.
I don't know. Do you think that's an act of God? Or something that they don't cover Bruce Campbell shootings?
It's an active deadite, is what it is.
Well, I'm thinking if you're already a deadite, you're already dead. So I'm hoping the insurance policy will take that into consideration. Like, you got double tapped, but you were already dead first.
Nah, I didn't get the double tap premium package.
Oh, that sucks for me. You have anything else to say about your, questionable looking swing?
No, but what's with your arms?
What about my arms?
Why you got them in your pockets?
They're not in my pocket. I have gloves on. I might have my thumb in my pocket. But my hands are clearly outside. Now, I do have what looks to be a jacket tied around my waist. And my hair is definitely flowing better than yours.
Always.
Well, I guess we'll move on to the next picture. From my portfolio when I was trying out for both Twilight and True Blood, apparently.
I mean, you definitely have the brooding vampire look down. Look at those cheekbones.
Look at that pasty skin. Like, I want to point something out to you. This summer, like when this picture was taken, we were outside constantly. Like, that is what sun does to me. That's my version of a tan there, people. I want you to understand that. Like, I don't tan, I burn, and wind up looking like that again. She can vouch for me. We were outside all summer long.
Yes, yes, indeed we were.
And that's the result. So, yeah, I'm just pasty white, like, I guess, a vampire. But, yeah, I don't know what's going on with my face there. I really think I must have been trying out for my portfolio for my modeling career. I also don't know when the hell I was that skinny. Like, that's news to me. I guess the whole, like, self-perception, mirror adds 20 pounds is true, because I never remember that.
I mean, I certainly wish the mirror would subtract 20 pounds every time I looked in it, but...
And, once again, look at that hair. That looks professional there. That is flowing.
Maybe you were trying to send it into the, hair commercial people.
I don't think I can do it on demand.
Sure you could.
No. Even though, if you notice people on the sides, like on my arms, you can see they're burnt. Like, it really is a thing of, everyone's like, oh, just get sun, you'll burn and then you'll tan. Yeah, no, I burn, and then I burn, and then I burn again. It's so bad that, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but my arm keeps a perpetual burn on it. Just so it's like a preheated oven. The sun can just burn me that much faster. Like, shh. Doesn't have to waste all that time heating me up. Now it's like, shh, burned.
I mean, at least you're not sparkling. That's a positive.
I believe you also had a... Now, I'm sure you can tell there's a difference in complexion here. But you had your first real experience, I believe, that summer with a sunburn of your own. Now, she used to make fun of me, pasty little white guy, and she'd be like, ha ha, you burned. I believe you got to experience, and how was it? Did you enjoy it?
Started wearing SPF 200 after that.
Yeah, she started wearing the same SPF as us whiteys. Because, lo and behold, after all her mocking, she didn't like it.
No, indeed I did not.
Okay, so this next one, we have a special treat for the last one. It's going to be a who wore it better. I know you're probably already like, wait, what? You'll see. But for this one, it's a picture of I don't really know what it is.
A small Pomeranian Terrier mix.
Yeah.
Behave. She's such a cutie.
What the hell is that thing? Where did it come from? Why is it there? It's gonna haunt my nightmares.
Leave Tink alone. She's quite cute. She was cute as a little puppy, and she's quite cute now.
Oh wait, that's Tink?
Yes, that's what she used to look like before she got a little bit older.
Well, she's done a full 180, and I gotta say, I wasn't wrong. She does haunt my nightmares. As she refuses to let me lay down without her annoying the hell out of me. Man, I feel like she's all like brown and gray now. What happened to the black?
I don't know, it didn't last through the puppy stages.
Any more comments you want to make on this? I'm sure the viewers, all like 6 of them I have, are dying to know, what is the actual name there? You said Tink, but is that short for something like Tinkery? Tinkerly? Toink wow!
Tinkerbell, or Tinkito as I call her.
Tinky Toe?
No, Tinkito. Like a tink plus a burrito. She's so small.
Okay. I think I'll just stick with poop sniffing Fugtard. Would you care to explain how that became a thing?
Well, I told Mr. Rude over there that the worst thing he could call her was a very other bad name,
Mutt.
which is terrible. I do not like that word, for the record.
And she said that was the absolute worst thing I could call. So within the matter of seconds, I came up with poop sniffing Fugtard. And I got to say, all of a sudden, she didn't think Mutt was the worst thing I could say.
It's still really bad, but not as bad as what you came up with.
What about Pugly?
Would you behave?
How about Fantastically Ugly, Fugly?
Stop it.
Would you like to move to the next picture?
Yes, I suppose we should move to the next photo.
Well, it was nice seeing you, Tink. I'm sure I'll see you in my nightmares tonight. And maybe next time we'll have some pictures of the actual adorable animals in the house, the cats. Okay, next picture is a Power Rangers movie? A seance? Captain Planet? What is that?
I think we were having our own little midnight club out there.
That's us?
Yes. With some glow sticks.
Which one am I?
I believe you're the one with the green.
And you?
I'm pretty sure I'm the one with the yellowishy green.
So you're yellow, I'm green. What were we doing? When was that taken?
It was taken at Martin State Forest when we saw the Bigfoot.
And Martin State Forest, at the time whenever we were walking through the woods in the dark, and like when I played back the video, like when we were walking there was no noises, but when I played back the video of it, like there was a bunch of creepy whispers and stuff like that going on.
For the record, I always said there was creepy noises going on. No one believed me until we played the video back.
Well, you're black. Everyone knows a black person isn't believed in a horror movie. The black person always runs off and dies.
Or shoots himself accidentally.
You must be referring to Halloween Kills.
Yes, indeed I was. That god-awful film.
I still love the fact that she gets out of the car. She's like, hand me the gun. You don't know how to use it, man. Hand me the gun. Gets out of the car, right?
And then she turns it sideways.
No. Before she turns it sideways, she runs 3 blocks down the road. She just goes, Wah! Runs 3 blocks down the road as Michael's still on the roof and then drops down. Like, if she had stayed there, she could have capped Michael or did anything to help them. No, she runs 3 blocks up the road just so she can do a gangster walk back with the gun held sideways, trying to shoot him and missing.
Well, she had to wait for enough time for her husband to be dead. I mean, she had to cash that insurance check now, didn't she?
True, but at that point, she could have just kept running. There was no reason to come back. But now she had to have her moment with her gangster walk because she knew how to use a gun, remember? As she's like, miss. And then she winds up capping herself. The only accurate target she could do was herself.
Well, maybe she'd been practicing in front of a mirror and she just got mixed up.
So much wrong with that movie. But, yeah, that was a creepy trip to the forest, because we didn't see, I don't think, a single bird. When I went chipmunk fishing, I didn't catch any chipmunks, which was odd. I don't think we really saw any animals. I mean, we had a Bigfoot outside our tent. We had creepy noises like the Blair Witch Project going on in the videos. But as far as actual creatures, I don't think we saw any.
I think we might have seen one butterfly.
No butterflies. We saw a fish and a toad. But no butterflies. I would have remembered. Remember, me and Caleb used to chop them in half with the machete. Oh, come on, like, it's not impressive to chop a butterfly in half.
No, in fact, it is very awkward.
Okay, if I didn't do it, it was going to fly into a spider web. The spider was going to eat it, get stronger, bigger, and then come after me. So basically, I was doing self-defense.
What, did you think Eight-Legged Freaks was filming in that forest of no animals?
If a spider lives, then I'm in danger.
Watch out, Spider-Man.
Oh, you know he's on my list. Now, it's time. Drumroll, please. For who wore it best? Now, who would you like to see first? Me or you?
I guess me. Let's rip the Band-Aid off.
You love this.
I don't love it.
You have to explain what's going on here.
Well, you see, I bought that mask and thought it looked pretty awesome. So I had this idea in my head of what the costume was going to look like, and I painstakingly glued some feathers onto a piece of cardboard, and I thought that was going to be hot stuff. And then I saw it in action and decided that no, in fact, it did not look like all the ones I'd seen in the cartoons.
No. You looked at yourself multiple times, and you swore that it looked awesome. You fought with Kathy and Mom over that thing looking dope as could be. You know you did. You thought that was amazing. You looked like $1,000,000, and you were gonna rock the... What were you even making it for?
For a party at work.
You were gonna wear that to work.
Yes.
Out in public.
I thought it would look hot. I don't know. In my mind, it looked a lot different than it turned out to be.
So is that why your eyes are closed right there? Are you imagining in your mind it looking like a majestic phoenix? Like, in your mind, what did you actually think it was going to look like? Like, give us an example. Like, do you have any movie examples, any costume examples? Like, do you have an actual example of what you thought?
Well, did you ever see that one episode of Fairly Odd Parents where Vicky was in the bird suit? That's what I thought it looked like.
Don't know many people who would say, I want to look like Vicky. Well, I mean, she is pretty skinny, so maybe people do actually say they want to look like Vicky. And I mean, she somehow makes a crap ton of money by enslaving a bunch of 10-year-olds. Okay, I take it back. I kind of want to be Vicky.
I mean, she does have a pretty lucrative business going.
But look at that smile. Your eyes might be closed, but you have the biggest smile on your head.
Well, like I said, I was imagining how the suit would turn out. It did not turn out like it was in my mind.
What's going on with, like, the ski cap with two white horns sticking out from it?
I had plans to add more feathers, but then after I saw the costume that you see on the screen, I decided against it.
After you saw the costume. Now, can you be more precise? After you saw it where? This is going to be a good segue.
After I unfortunately had the idea of you and it seared into my mind.
That's right, folks. In order to save my precious sister from a world of embarrassment, my mom and aunt had me don the bird suit so she could see what it really looked like. And that's where we're going to have our next picture. And you get to decide who wore it best. Now, I'm kind of impartial to myself, obviously. Oh, yeah, look at that. I didn't see you in a boa. Is the boa like something that was for the suit, or did I just randomly have a boa?
I think you might have been headed to the club later on. And I'm not talking about a soccer club either.
Where the hell did that boa even come from? I honestly don't remember the boa. Oh, my eyes are actually open, though. I kept my eyes open.
Squinty, but open, yes.
My eyes are always squinty.
Well, You kind of look like a mutant from X-Men.
Which one?
Beast, I think.
The blue one?
Yes.
I would love to be Beast. Do you know what his power is?
Not really.
Teleportation. And, of course, being able to rip someone to shreds because of the fact that he has claws. And I guess if Beauty and the Beast is anything to go by, he can get Emma Watson like that.
Well, I mean, the teleportation needs to be necessary if someone's wearing that suit for sure.
Nah, I go to the club and that, every girl within 100 miles is coming up to me.
Oh, I'm sure they would to see what you were wearing that for.
No. See, if a dude has the balls to wear that, they're like, oh, that dude has some kahunas. Like, we need to know what he's doing. Or they're going to assume I'm flaming homosexual. Either way, though, they're going to want to talk to me.
Yeah, in the dairy section.
No, that's old gentleman. Old gentleman will not come near me at this.
Maybe you ought to dig up that out and wear it in the grocery store when you feel like chopping for a little bit of milk.
I tried, but you got mad at me when I tried to wear ski mask everywhere. Whenever I tried to walk into the bank with a ski mask, you slapped me upside the back of the head.
Well, you think the cops in our town were going to shoot you? They were going to get me.
I still don't see how this is my problem.
It just looks suspicious.
You only had 2 feathers behind your head. Did you add one before I did this? Because it looks like I have 3 behind mine.
No, I'm pretty sure you just grabbed the package of feathers I'd been using and added your own little flair to it.
I gotta say, though, I do look dazzling. It was a crappy bird outfit, no, don't get me wrong. But I make it work. I'm working that bird suit. Like, once again, I go to the club, I'm getting every number within 100 miles. None of them might want to date me, but every single one will want to talk to me.
Well, yeah, that's because they'd feel like you were safe. They wouldn't think you were on to them.
Well, that's the story of my life, isn't it? Like my hair. My flowing, perfect hair without me doing anything to it has every woman ever saying, I want your hair. Unfortunately, none of them want me. They just want to scalp me and take my hair. Like, guys are used to being, like, objectified, much like a woman. But usually the woman, like, wants the dude behind the abs. She's like, oh, I want to at least, be intimate with the dude with the abs. Me, it's like, nah, I want to scalp that dude and take his hair and wear it as my own.
It puts the brush in the hair.
It puts the brush in the air, or it gets the shampoo again. No, not the shampoo!
And conditioning, too.
Ugh. Just give me a death sentence, why don't you? Ugh. Conditioner, you have to wait like a whole extra 4 minutes? Ugh. And hot water? Ugh. That's horrible. That's like nightmare fuel. I don't know how you guys do it. No, I get some dirt and sand from outside. I just rub it in, and then I give my hair a quick flip, and that's all it takes.
Yeah, that's probably accurate.
So, in your opinion, the, 4.5 viewers will give their opinion. But, in your opinion, who wore it better?
I guess I'd have to say you. You do look quite happy in it.
You had a big smile yourself. But, I do think I wore it better. Like, come on, look at that guy. The bow was still questionable. But that guy, yeah, he could be my wingman anytime.
You're being Harry Styles before Harry Styles was a thing.
The hell's a Harry Styles?
One Direction?
Why does Wimmy always being compared to the lamest people on the planet? Like, you remember back when my hair was shorter and they'd compare me to, that Disney thing?
The Jonas Brothers? That Disney thing?
Yeah, that Disney thing. Like, lamest thing ever. And people would always be like, oh yeah, look at that. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, ladies went wild for it apparently.
That was god awful. But they were wild for the hair, not for me. Like I said, the hair just leads to them wanting to scalp me. You have no clue how many women I've seen like digging for their scalpers in their purse. Like I have to book it the other way. I might be running away like, Brad Pitt from a crowd of women, but for two totally different reasons. His is because they want to be intimate with him. Mine is because they want to scalp me and wear my hair.
Well, they do say you have a lovely head of hair.
Yeah, that's the sad part. Well, do you have anything else to add? I've had a blast on this.
Can't say I have anything else to add.
So that will be it for this episode of Scorpion and Pals. We hope you enjoyed it. And make sure to turn in next week when we discuss Pogo Pots, right?
Murderbot.
Murderbot. With who?
Alexander Skarsgård.
Skoozgood's in that?
Skarsgård, yes.
Wow, I didn't know Skoozgood was in it. That's the dude that beats up Pennywise, right?
Beats up Pennywise. Pennywise is his brother.
Well, yeah, older or younger.
Younger.
I'm sure he beat up his younger brother then quite often growing up. So once again, Skoozgood's the dude who beat him up. Oh, does he have any relations to that amazing actor Walter?
Yes, yet another brother.
Younger or older?
Walter is younger.
Man, how must Bill and Alexander feel having such an accomplished younger brother?
Don't forget Gustav.
The hell's a Gustav?
On Vikings?
Never seen it. What's it about?
I guess a group of Vikings. I've never seen it either, but I know he's on it.
I thought you said Alexander was the Viking.
I mean, yeah, and the Northmen, and also on True Blood, but...
Well, I guess we're going to have a lot of Viking discussions that we can have next time as well. So, tune in next time for Murder Bots and Vikings. And more discussion about the amazing and talented Walter. So, until next time, you guys have a great day. And we will see you then. Peace out. And remember, always, always, no, I'm the closest thing to divinity on earth. And if you doubt that, we only have 3 words for you. Now, do you remember those 3 words?
Suck it, fools!
No, prove me wrong! This is what you get when you hire family.
Oh, hush.